For me, that's me. I'm seeing the hand of Uhuru Kenyatta in that move. Uhuru Kenyatta is the party leader of Jubilee Party. And Uhuru Kenyatta was pushing for Fred Okengo Matiang'i to be the presidential candidate or to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. As things stand today, I doubt if the ratings of Fred Matiang'i can make him the president of the Republic of Kenya. He can't. But Uhuru Kenyatta is keen on sending William Ruto home. So I think Uhuru Kenyatta was doing multi-bet. Because those who understand politics also believe that when Raila Odinga was alive, Uhuru Kenyatta really wanted him to run for the presidency. And you remember the closeness of Raila and Pauline Njoroge. So Uhuru wanted Raila to run because he believed Raila would easily defeat Ruto in a fair contest. So with the Raila's death, Uhuru Kenyatta had to maintain that link. So I want to assume that Uhuru is now signaling that he's not going to be very keen on Jubilee matters. Because after the humiliating defeat in Olkalau, no serious person will take Jubilee seriously. Just like Kanu died, that's how Jubilee will die. So Uhuru is now investing financially, emotionally, and tactically in Linda Wananchi through Pauline Njoroge. So Pauline Njoroge is going to play that role for Uhuru Kenyatta, which brings me to the second point. The reason why Pauline Njoroge resigned, number two, is probably because Linda Wananchi is transforming itself into a political party. And just like I was explaining, she is Uhuru Kenyatta's eye. So which means if a new party is formed, what role will she play? She was the deputy organizing secretary. What role will she play bigger than that in this new outfit? So if you to ask me, Linda Wananchi is going to be formed political party. One of the officials of that outfit is going to be none other than Pauline Njoroge. So she had to resign from Jubilee because there's no way in Kenya you can be officials of two different political parties. Yeah, if you were to ask me. So I think Pauline Njoroge is going to be one of the officials of Linda Wananchi when the party is formed. And that's how the president will be able to manage or have his person, the former president, in that outfit. Number three, and this is what most people are saying, but I think it could be remote, that Pauline Njoroge has been forced to resign because of mistrust in Linda Wananchi. As much as she was close to Babu, she was close to Sifuna, there were those who were viewing Pauline Njoroge as a mole. Not because of anything, but because of the nature of our politics. She comes from the mountain. So to deal with that, they were telling her, if you want to play a role in Linda Wananchi, do it very fast, resign. So that can justify that resignation. That she didn't want to be called a mole. Because Sifuna, who's the SG for DM, has been kicked out, no party less. Then you are still in Jubilee, headed by Uhuru, and they're not even writing letters, campaigning for another political party. Yeah. So I think she wanted to deal with the tag of the mole, which for me, he has done. And I'm also looking at Nairobi politics. Pauline Njoroge wants to become, I think, the women rep for Nairobi. Edwin Sifuna, Babu Wino are also working on a winning formation for Nairobi. Because remember, in politics, it's a game of numbers. So Pauline is now positioning herself right at the center of Linda Wananchi. So that Sifuna will be going for the presidency. Who becomes the senator? Yeah? You have faith then the governor, Babu, then the women rep, Pauline Njoroge. I'm not so sure whether that combination will be the winning one, because you can't have Babu, governor, and fifth senator at the same time. Yeah, I doubt. So, but that could be the plan. Yeah, and I also tend to think, which is my last point, is that Pauline Njoroge responded to pressure from Jubilee members for her to resign. I even want to assume that probably if she's not Uhuru Kenyatta's mole, then Uhuru Kenyatta actually placed a phone call to her and gave her 2 hours to resign. Yeah? Because she had the option of just writing a letter to the register of political parties. If they leaked it, then we would know. If they don't leak it, then we would not have known. But because she wanted politics, she wanted this out. So I tend to think that probably she was under a lot of pressure.